Welcome. We are live. Welcome to the live broadcast. I'm Vic with 𝙀𝙤𝙤𝙀𝙀, otherwise known as Mr. Hatman, and there is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jamie Lewis, and we're going to be talking about how to be a star. See that emoji with stars in your eyes? That's you, the audience. How can you be a rock star? And bro, I am so impressed with your product, your attitude, your launch, your ability to understand YouTube and social media. It's such an honor to have you here on the show tonight.
Wow, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about YouTube. You acquired a YouTube channel and you now have grown it to 90 million views, which is crazy. Share a little bit about your YouTube journey and how you made it, how you went from being just a dude working in Manhattan, Times Square in a music shop to being a multiple, I don't even want to say the number, a huge rock star when it comes to digital marketing.
All right. Well, thanks for the intro. Yeah. So the task at hand explains some of the YouTube stuff, right? Well,
yeah.
In the beginning, when I started, YouTube was kind of like a microcosm or something. It was like 2004. So I remember opening my first YouTube account like somewhere around there, like 2005 or 2000. By 2007, I had like some pretty successful YouTube videos of playing, making beats, and they went viral. It was kind of easier to go viral back then, but the advantages now is that things have become even better than they were back then, of course, right? And we have more options, you know, and then we know more, like we have wisdom and everything, right? So back then we're just finding everything out. But I then found out that you could basically purchase a YouTube channel too. And so that's what happened. I had a music lessons website on ClickBank, and then we could see in the stats of where affiliates were sending the traffic. And there was this one super affiliate. We're like, what is going on here? We didn't know who he was. He was doing like, we were ending up with like 500, 600 bucks a day, and we were giving away 70% on ClickBank, right? Which was standard. So we're like, he must be doing like 1,500 gross every day. Like, where is he sending the traffic from? So we looked at it, and the way I found out about it was my partner who'd purchased a site from me on Flippa. Actually, back then, I don't think it was Flippa, it was SitePoint, right? He had called me up and been like, dude, you've got to see what's going on here. So he kind of alerted me to it, and he was like, do a search on Google for guitar. And I was like, what are you talking about? So I did a search, and then there it was, like in the corner, it was like a whole expose showing the YouTube channel, right? This the first results was this YouTube channel that went, and he's like, what do you see? I was like, it's a YouTube channel. He's like, click on that. And I clicked on it, and it went to this video of a cat playing guitar. He was like,
yes.
look at the description box, right? He was like, look at the description box. And I looked at the description box of the video, and it had a link going to our product. That's how that guy was selling so many memberships of our guitar lessons. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
that was your introduction to affiliate marketing.
That was a little bit like, that was maybe like my second year or something like that. I've been doing like maybe like 2 years. Like in the beginning, it was like, all right, I got fired from a music house. Like I got my dream job. And then when I got fired from actually composing music, I was like, all right, I know I'm a good composer. I got the job in the first place, but like I just got fired. So I'm never going to try that again. I waited like online for like 6 months to try to get that job, man. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm going to build a beats website. And so I took my compositions and I was like, I'm going to put them up for sale. And I was looking for payment processors. I found ClickBank, put it on ClickBank. Stuff started selling on there. And I'm like, and seeing that all the money, it was like 20 bucks, but it would leave me with $5. So I made the percentage to affiliates, like, because affiliates were like selling it without, like, I was like, no, I don't want you to sell it for me. I don't want you to take all my money. And I didn't,
Right.
I didn't have, so I made it 20% or something. And then the sales went away. I was like, all right, fine, I'll put it back. And then at least, and that's how I learned the hard way. It's like, you know, give away everything and then you're in business. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like full give away the value and then you make the sales. So it blew up. It did like that product alone did maybe like 500, 600,000. And then from all my affiliate commissions, like knowing how to sell musical instruments and everything like that, I was probably like 700,000. So when I took that lie detector test, I mean, it's probably more than that, but I don't have it documented. But I knew in my mind, I was like, I know for a fact that I made over 1.2 million. So I told the police officer, I said, like, just ask me if I made 1 million in music and I'll pass that in like 2, like that's totally telling the truth, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was much more than that. It was probably like 1.7 million or something, but it was like, I knew that for a fact. So I was like, ask me if I made 1 million in the music niche. There's all these other questions like, did you make like 5 million in this niche? And, have you ever lied to anyone? Are you ethical? Stuff like that.
Sure.
But that was like, there's a couple monetary numbers in there. And that was one of them. It was like, did you ever make 1 million in the music niche? Because that was the easiest niche to make money in out of like every niche I've tried. And I was like a total guinea pig, crash test dummy, all that. For years in the trenches. A lot of people will tell you that. They were like, why did this guy try so many niches? You're like, what, really? You got a website about that? Like, I was that guy. Like, and I used to recruit affiliates on the forums and they started to say, all right, they were like, you got to put out an MMO, you got to put out, how to make money on, like, you're ridiculous. But they were seeing my success from like a vendor. Because when it came to affiliate campaigns, it was like, I wasn't giving that away. Like,
right. Yeah, exactly.
Money from Craigslist. I had all these underground methods of making money. I wasn't giving that away. And I didn't want to be like a guru or something. But that part of it was like, I had a whole, I was competing with the other guys on ClickBank. There was like Platinum Partner. There was like that one like reverse registry, portal that had all these different offers that you could promote. Right. And so I had my own portal, but it was like all like music niches, like different, how to play piano, how to play guitar, I had Sonic Producer, which became a really successful beat machine on ClickBank, right? Like drum machine, like and then I had like dating products and stuff like that. And at the same time, half of the revenue was coming from, going on Craigslist every morning and posting on there and promoting, or my Google AdWords campaign selling musical instruments, or forum marketing. So I had some SEO. I was pretty good at SEO back then. I had like some internet property, so to speak, that was bringing in revenue. You know what I mean? So it was like diversified, but yeah, that's the whole gist. Was that all went on before 2010 when I started teaching the stuff, and so for the last 10 years I've taught like internet marketing, and I do like 3 webinars a week, and I learned from students too, like what's working for them, and what are the best methods and stuff. I teach agency, domaining, the niche product creation on ClickBank, ranking with YouTube and SEO, and then I teach how to launch products on Warrior Plus, ClickBank, JVZoo, the differences between those marketplaces, and then teach pay per click, which is the hardest thing to do. You know what I mean? So, but I think with the easiest thing to do is agency, right? And then domaining, everyone knows me. I created Domainer Elite. So domaining, I think, is the second easiest thing to do. And then, I kind of named them in order from easiest to most difficult, But
yeah. So let's talk about this star commissions. What inspired you to create this? And you're working with Cindy, who I love. She created with me a launch in 2018, which was still selling today. It's kind of amazing. We still have people buying it years later.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Yeah.
And we're going to actually dive into SociSnap, because a lot of people are saying, what's SociSnap? What does this have to do with anything? I say, well, just wait. I realized people love SociSnap because it's a social media editor that makes your posts, your social media posts, your titles, your YouTube videos, everything just pops better, right? Looks better, sounds better. And like most social media tools, it's $30 a month, you know, $29.99, you know, all that whole number, right? And so people could get a year for $2.99. But I, from time to time, do these lifetime deals. And I'm doing a lifetime deal right now. If it's kind of like this, you can buy, you know, like some people say, hey, yeah, go buy my thing and I'll give you this other product as a bonus. Have you heard that spin? You know, people oftentimes they call bonus selling, right?
Yeah.
All the marketers do, hey, go buy blah, 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 and I'll give you my product as a bonus.
Right.
Well, I had this idea. What if you buy my product and I give your product as a bonus? and all of a sudden it worked better because my audience already knows what my product is.
Good stuff.
They're already paying $29 a month. Some people are paying more. And why not just flip it around? It's really the same thing, Jamie. Right? Doesn't matter. You're going to get all of my stuff. You're going to get all of Jamie's stuff for one low price. Duh. No brainer, right? All of a sudden, we crushed last week's launch because people didn't have to figure out like this other product we sold. They said, you know what, Vic? I don't even know what this thing is, but if you recommend it, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, makes sense, man. Yeah.
So the way I figured is, why don't I show you what 𝐶𝑠nap is? And then after that, you show me what your product is real quick. And then we're going to say, hey, you know, click the button below and buy the bundle and everyone's happy. No brainer, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So Facebook user says, what up, legends? We say, hey, what up, Facebook user? We are live right now on 5 Facebook channels and 1 YouTube channel. And, you know, I've also learned something. I don't know if you know this technique in Facebook, but I find that if the longer you delay boosting, the better off you'll be. Like what I love doing is these videos, they go out organically. And then I wait like maybe even up to 24 hours. We don't have time for that this time around. But I sort of wait for that little message from Facebook. It says, Vic, this video is performing better than 95% of your other videos on your channel. Boost it for this amount of money. And what most people do is they try to outthink Facebook, you know? And what I do, and this is what I teach in my Facebook training.
Yeah.
Just boost it the way Facebook wants you to do it, and then duplicate that, and then try to beat your own numbers. It's so simple, guys. You're overcomplicating it. Wouldn't you agree? That's like the simplest.
Yeah, that was diamond advice. I was going to say golden nugget right there, but that's like that was very, very like that got that like realigned my thinking too. Like,
right? Because I've spent like a week micromanaging. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to do this CPM and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Yeah. And then you hit submit and then you get like 1 impression, 2 impressions. Because Facebook says, nah, you guys, you know, nah. We got Tony Robbins over here who's willing to spend 10 times more than you. Russell Brunson's willing to spend 10 times more than you. We're going to show you your ads to him. We're going to show their ads to your audience. No, you can't get it that cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Ain Tompkin. All right, so Ain, I love you, man. Thanks for coming out. Yeah. You know Ain Tompkin, #1 selling product of JVZoo of all time. Of all time, still to this day. He did that launch.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. I'll pull the numbers on that. And we're doing a launch together of his product called Eyeball Glue.
Really?
Yeah, that's not even released yet, but we did some. I love you, man. He's like my mentor. If you ever, you know, we did a launch
on my. I've seen him like my videos sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know
He's the
that.
guy you call when your sales pages aren't converting. He'll go in and look at it.
You're like the Godfather. I never knew that.
No, he says, I'm ghosted. LOL. Yeah, he's trying, No, you can't hide behind. I love you, man. I love you, man. No, one time I was doing a launch with Cindy, and our sales page didn't catch the affiliates when they were really like doing it. I said, hey, man, I need help. And he tweaked like a few words, and he literally doubled our conversions like that. He's just like the grandmaster of all grandmasters when it comes to conversions.
Wow.
He's watching us right now. So,
Yeah.
but let me look at his product, how many units it did. While I'm pulling that up, can you tell me your favorite where did you meet how did you meet Cindy? How did you meet Cindy? Tell us that story while I bring this up.
Probably about 10 years ago, she had like this product. It was a good product. It was like pirate commissions or something. It was like,
oh yes, I remember pirate commissions.
oh,
I love pirate commissions. I remember that.
Was it called pirate commissions? Yeah. So 10 years ago, yeah.
I don't think it was pirate commissions. That was like the logo, but it was
yeah.
Oh, it had the word commission in it.
Yeah, and I mean, I was doing my thing then. That was after, it was probably like 2012, maybe.
Yeah.
That 2011, 2012. So
yeah,
I was doing my thing too. So she was doing her thing. She was on ClickBank. I was on ClickBank in the same niche, and we would joint venture, whatnot, a bit, that type of thing, and then run into her at events. For a long time.
Covert commissions. That's what it was.
I think I remember that one too.
Yeah, that's called covert commissions.
I think what was that, the pirate ship one though?
That was the pirate ship one, yeah.
Really?
That launched, let me see the dates. It was in 2015. Well, WP Scope was one of our earliest, but let me see.
Yeah, it had to have been earlier than that. I remember that. Like we were all on ClickBank before I moved over to 𝘀𝗶𝗀. Before I went to 𝘀𝗶𝗀 and was did domain or lead, and that was my only product from 2015 to 2017. Well, actually, I had the Singing Guru, where I taught MMO. I taught how to do online business, but it was a musical. It was like a Broadway musical. The whole thing I was singing, teaching. I don't. But then I did the domain or elite and I was just the domain guy for 2 years or something like that.
What do you mean you would buy and sell domain names?
I was the domain guy. Everybody would come to me. They'd say, dude, it was me and 𝘀𝗵𝗵. That was it. It was like, on Facebook, they say, who do we talk? Is my domain worth anything? And they'd say, who is the person who talked to? And they'd say, 𝘀𝗵𝗵 or Jamie Lewis. That was it. And we were like the domain, we'd appraise domains. We'd teach, I taught expired domains, how to send traffic from them, how to allocate them, comparable sales, local domain selling, flip auctions, GoDaddy premiums. Type in GoDaddy premiums into YouTube, you'll see a bunch of my videos or whatnot, and they're kind of classic. It's a good way to sell domains, like teach them. You can also sell them. Just throw that in there. Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. So I looked up the product, #1 product in 𝘀𝗶𝗀 of all time, with 127,500 sales and still going. Okay, Video Maker FX. And my buddy Ain, who's watching us live right now, he did the launch for that with his.
That is hard.
That's wicked, dude.
That's hardcore right there. Holy mackerel!
Right. So
7,000.
So yeah, thank you. If you have any questions,
one product.
Oh yeah, he says I want to hear about Jamie's new deal. All right. Well, I was going to show you SociSnap, but I guess we should talk about Jamie's new deal, shall we? Okay, so what's your new deal? Tell me about your new deal.
Star commissions. This is my first product where I teach how to make money from the music industry as an affiliate marketer. That's right. Never done it before. in 17 years of being online and being on ClickBank and whatnot. I've never taught that before, and I'm very happy to have done that. I do the teaching part, and then Cindy did the software part. So you can build a landing page that then incentivizes the traffic that opts in, and along with autoresponder follow-ups that are written by myself that will send your independent artists opt-ins on a wild journey and also educate them as well to become entrepreneurs and to get record deals. So it's a beautiful thing. There's, of course, all sorts of other types of monetizations, and then I bring in all the different traffic methods. So it's a beautiful fusion of instruction as well as the software to automate the process. Thank you. Did I explain this correctly? Where is my host? Did my host leave the building? I think my good host is not here right now.
No, I'm here. Just
I held it down.
I wanted you to have some solo time on the camera to talk about your product.
No, yeah. I thought that was a good. I did a monologue to explain I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, we can jump in if you'd like, but
yeah. So who would be? I think even more than jumping into what the product does, I always think, what's it going to do for the average Joe? They're not a musician. Like, I'm a musician, you're a musician. How can your product help the average Joe make money online by leveraging fame? Because, like, what we want to do is talk about this new term that called a fame magnet. Yeah. What is a fame magnet, and why should people care? How is a fame magnet better than a lead magnet?
Exactly. So let me stop kidding around, and I'm going to get down to the brass tacks. Is that how you call it? Or just
Yeah.
All right. So basically, guys, for years now, when someone comes on my webinar and they're like, Jamie, I need to make money tomorrow. I'm like, all right, so we won't talk about Google ads or Facebook ads or starting a Facebook fan page and building an audience and all that stuff. This is how you make money tomorrow, right? Now, as an instructor, the pressure's on. You know, you got pressure, but there isn't too much pressure, because the answer is you go to Craigslist, to the talent gigs area in a major city, and you type rappers and singers wanted, email me. What happens is your email explodes with leads of people wanting a record deal. So that's the challenge. Everybody on this webinar right now on the live, you could try it if you want, and then come back and see it work. Like, it's like that. It is that easy. And then the first method of monetization is to offer a headhunter service or an agency service where you're shopping CDs, send them to record labels. And to this day, I have somebody who does that for my endeavors in this niche. His name's Buster Dars from Texas. And so every month he does it automatically, just sends me the invoice, you pay it. Really, it's not too much money. It's like a couple $100. And, you could see it doesn't take much of his time either. He sends one email, he attaches the demo and the material onto one email, and then goes boom, 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 and emails them out. And it's doing a service for the person who paid $97 via PayPal, right? So that's the main advantages to this niche. Instead of just, jumping into MMO or crypto or something that's more competitive, weight loss, very competitive. And also with those niches, you can get banned from Facebook easily for compliance issues. Like if you get into survival, right? Survival is hot. There's big monetization with survival, but you can get your Facebook fan page ripped down. Mine did. I just put out a survival product on all my survival campaigns teaching that. And it was sad because in this niche, all of my Facebook fan pages for independent artists, record labels, they're still up. Nothing wrong with that. It's so easy to sell them. So you're never going to run into any compliance issues. That's the first really good thing about this niche. And then the second thing is that the buyers are very, very hungry, very, very passionate. It's not like a niche like Get Your Ex Back, where they're buying for a week and then they find a new date or a new mate, and then they're not buying anymore. That's why email marketing doesn't work and Get Your Ex Back, but that's another entire thing altogether. or seized car auction databases. That doesn't work either, because someone gets a car and then they're not in the market anymore. But with weight loss, for instance, people are in the market for a very, very long time. It's a passion. It's like needing to do something. You got to keep taking supplements, etc. So there's a huge industry with that. Same thing with survival, a really big industry. But in comparison, this niche, there is no competition. It's not like you have a lot of people know this, that there are hungry buyers, as hungry or maybe even hungrier than weight loss or survival or MMO or any of those really big monster niches. But they're even hungrier because it's like they want it so bad. They want fame so bad. So it's kind of like a MMO plus fame. So it's like really ambitious individuals that are not afraid to get on camera or to sing in front of an audience, etc. You know, so they're like MMO people, but really hungry, you know, business opportunity type of people, right? And then the demographic is spread all over the place, and it's almost even younger than people would purchase an MMO product. For instance, you know, independent artists sometimes could be like anywhere from 18 years old to this is the opposite, right, of what we see on Warrior Plus, JVZoo, etc., where it's an older demographic. But that's an even more interesting thing. So where you're going to find a lot of success, for instance, if you're doing paid ads in this niche, and this is just, I know I'm going off on a tangent on a side road, but this is important because when you're setting your age bracket, your demographics and everything, if you do paid ads, you might want to consider like 26 years old to 35 years old, that little window, because a lot of the time 18-year-olds don't have money, you know what I mean? But that's the difference between that and MMO, right? So, you know, and then the second thing, the most obvious thing, you know, aside from it being compliant, right? It's easy to advertise, and then there's less competition, and then there's hungry buyers. Those are three advantages to other niches right there. And then the fourth thing that's really important to understand is that there's huge monetization. You know, talent agencies will charge you, or a young person, and make the parents pay $4,000 or $5,000 for a website and headshots and everything you need to be a model, you know, and be a runway model or whatnot. So that's just one of the examples. Then, of course, musicians spend thousands of dollars on musical instruments. You know, if somebody's like a producer, like a beat maker, they spend thousands of dollars on you know, MPC 2000s and keyboards and drum machines, right? And then there's also for you know, rappers and singers, etc., they're going to be purchasing music, like stock music, stock photos, stock videos. It's like that. There's huge monetization, and it goes on for a very, very long time. And then with talent agencies, there's all this recurring billing opportunity because that's an ongoing service. So people who are independent rappers and singers, they go to the studio, they hire an engineer to record them, but they also are very, very hungry to get a manager and an agent and shop their music to record labels. So that's why this niche has been so good to me. And when all the other niches let me down, this one actually was very, very serious money, like where I was making $300 for a piece of paper, a license that allowed people to do whatever they wanted with my beats. That was one of my upsells. And that's one of the first ways I found out about it. And then I had Reach Fame on ClickBank, which was, you know, how to get famous plus a database of all of the, you know, record labels. So I found out really quick it was just a really, really easy niche to make money in. And then it came time where so many people are stuck in one or two niches that are really difficult to do. I said to myself, I need to put out this solution and show people a better and easier way to do this. So who better to do it with than Cindy Donovan, the queen of internet marketing? That's right. And she did a spectacular job at creating impeccable lead magnets that not only have amazing copywriting, but also incentivizes them to opt in, and then incentivizes them to share. And then there's a funnel with all of the perfect methods of monetization within that funnel.
Cool, cool. Do you have any, we had this question earlier today. Do you have anybody that has can you show some of these? Because the product is so new, the lead magnets are not even, I mean, the fame magnets are not even being seen. Do you have any that you could show me real quick? Share your screen?
Yeah, I think so. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Just go click the share button. And if you're watching us live, please put a question in the chat and we will bring it into the stream as soon as possible. We're about halfway through the live stream today. So let's get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have to buy this by Tuesday, midnight Eastern time, or the launch is going to go away. The lifetime bonuses are going to go away. Everything's going to go away. You've heard it a million times. But, you know, this is not my launch. It's actually not even Jamie's launch. This is Cindy's launch. And the rules are the rules. And you know that. That's how it is. When the rules are the way that they are, it's just the way it is. So, you know, does that mean you need to be a musician? No, you don't have to be a musician to buy this thing.
No, it's really you can't beat them, join them. It's like that for independent artists.
Yep.
It's you become an A&R, you become an agent, so you're really a headhunter or an agency owner.
Right. That's a cool idea, but that's another way. A lot of our people, they want to be in the make money online niche, but I think what they don't realize is they're competing with the Russell Brunsons and the Frank Kerns of the world, right? Whereas this niche is sort of like untapped. You're competing with, I wish I could. I wish I could give. I guess I still play piano, and I have played piano for tips. You know what my biggest tippers are? They're like record producers. Right? Because they know that you're an artist and they know that you're there, and they actually are there. But those record producers, they're all out of work, right? Have you noticed that?
Yeah, and that's one of the stories I always talk about too in my webinars.
Yeah.
I used to teach on. I used to play on the subways, in the subway station.
Oh yeah,
with a band, right? And we'd play for tips, and you'd make quite a bit of money too, but you got to play pretty good. You know what I mean? And it's the same type of thing that we're doing online, when it comes to YouTube, especially, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, I was trying to find an example of one of the lead pages, and
while you do that, let's take a little musical break. I'll play you some of my stuff. We'll play some of your stuff. We'll have fun. And then we'll let the questions pour in from our live streams. While people are still getting on, I'll make it a little, if it's okay, I'll just make it a little project to get a little presentation for you all together. And so, all right. That sounds good. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
let me put some music on in the meantime while we're doing that, so you guys can experience some of the juice.
Yeah, cool.
All right, pick a number: 1, 2, 3, or 4.
3.
Jamie?
3.
3. Okay, here we go.
Nice.
That's Piano Mandala. That's by one of my brands.
Music?
Yeah, it's my original piano music.
Nice. I had a relaxing music site on ClickBank. Very nice.
Yeah, and I do have an opt-in page, pianomandala.com. You can get like a couple hours of this kind of mandala music. It's on YouTube. It's all 4K and advertising supported, totally free.
Sir, very nice.
Yeah, that was a concert I gave for my mom as she was passing away. So she was actually listening to this in the hospice,
nice.
And everyone else in the hospice was also listening to it. They put it through the PA system. And I was in the studio and I just played that for her. So that you can feel there's some grief, a lot of emotion in that.
But a happy life. It's like a celebration of life.
Yeah, it was a celebration of life.
Good stuff. Yeah, I can hear that. So that's you playing the keys?
Yep.
Yeah, so you play the keys. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, I was classically trained, and then I had to unlearn what I had learned. And then, I used to play for tips. It was fun. I found that when I first got started, I would play for tips at a pizza place.
Yeah.
And they also they couldn't pay you, right? So they didn't want to pay you. They could pay you, but they didn't. So they gave you pizza coupons. So I could pretty much live on playing for tips, and I'd have, get a couple pizzas, put them in the fridge. And that was like my lifestyle. I was a surfer. I was just living off the grid. I was like a hippie. And I just sort of said, I'm going to take a few years off from this internet thing. And I'm just going to go and play for tips, live in Hawaii, surf every day. And no one, just take 3 years off, basically. Because I had one of those big non-disclosure agreements. I don't know if you've heard of those, but my attorney said, just don't touch the computer for 3 years. Let this thing expire. Let the .com crash of '99 sort of just wash your troubles away. And
probably sold something, or you sold something, right?
Yeah. I sold something. I sold out to investors. And then I learned that, what?
Yeah, there you go.
You know what? I actually don't want your money. I would rather make money with you than have me work for you and borrow your money that I have to someday give you my freedom back.
Yeah.
So yeah, in 2002, I basically said, you know what? No more investors. I'm just going to bootstrap it, sell good stuff, and reinvest.
Right. Yeah. Good stuff. Scale.
Ain said, good thing I didn't eat that acid earlier with the music. Yeah, but I don't know. Have you ever done one of these jams, like where you jam live? Like, that would be really a lot of fun. It'd be fun. Sit down. I have this other side of me. In the 90s, actually, it was the 80s. It was the 80s. 80s, I did this sort of space music. I worked with this guy, Dr. Jeffrey Thompson.
Really?
And we did these brainwave music. So like, it would like mesmerize you with these binaural beats. You heard of binaural beats and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did a live concert with binaural beats, and we sort of mesmerized the whole audience. And then we made a CD out of it. And that was, I was like playing the lead melody, and he was really good with the sound effects and the chords. And we kind of like could do that. Oh, yeah.
So you were doing that in the 80s?
Yeah, I was doing that in the 80s. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could bring up a track from that album. You'd really start seeing some acid going from there. But yeah, yeah. But it'd be fun to jam. Like I've always wanted to find if the latency was good enough where you could actually plug the live instruments in, like, and we could just jam live.
Yeah, I'm always. That would be cool. You want to do that on another occasion or something? I mean,
Yeah. Let's do that as a bonus for everyone who buys. They get a free ticket to our concert.
yeah, I'm down. I'm down, man. But yeah, hey, I was gonna show. Let me see if I could share my screen.
Yeah. Just click share.
All right, so
someone asked, is that a Pearl World Series kit behind you?
it's a very I mean, I guess the kick drum is pretty nice. That's a Pearl Masters, but the toms are like Pearl Export or something. I just never told anyone. And then the snare is pretty nice too. So the kick and the snare are nice, but those two toms are I got a couple floor toms, but that's like just a basic thing to do a quick hip hop beat with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, so let me see if I share the screen here. So yeah, and I'll do this really quick too. It's very self-explanatory. All right, here we go. I think. Did I do this right? Oh, I got to select it. Sorry. All right.
There you go. All right, here we go. Add to stream. There we go. Looks good.
Right. So yeah, like, can you see this? So
yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, so this is in Cindy's software, right? And as you can see, these are fame magnets. You check it out. So pop music lead magnet funnel, and then it looks like this. Look, check it out. So I wanted to show you guys. I've never done this before. Like, I didn't do this yet in public. But look, so this is the basic thing, right? So this is the first. And then, you know, look at all the different ones, right? Like R&B lead magnet
funnel. I like EDM.
EDM music lead funnel, hip-hop music lead funnel, country, rock music right now. But look, this is where it gets cool. So I'll show you the differences, right? Like for instance, this one. 6 ways to make money as a musician, right? So this is targeting independent artists, right? So you see 9-piece toolkit, 6, and then it crossed out 9-piece toolkit for artists and musicians. Because Cindy was like, hey, get me 6 different, you know, get me 6 different methods to how to make money as a musician. And so I delivered 9 of them, and it's like an entire ebook. It's like I just went nuts on it. And I included all sorts of stuff. And one of the 9, you're gonna love this, is how to create like binaural beats and relaxing music and sell it. Because I did that with relaxing music downloads, and then I had relaxingmusicsource.com on ClickBank. True story. It's not. I mean, I basically produced that music very, very quickly. Like it's like pressing like a pad on the keyboard, etc. But there's also methods like, for instance, play, you know, do live streams on different music, create beats, sell the beats, Fiverr gigs. There's all sorts of different methods for musicians to make money. And then basically what we're doing is we're selling to them, you know?
So your customer is a musician.
Yes, exactly.
But the people who buy this launch, they are people who want to sell to musicians.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So
because musicians make great customers.
Yeah, like so it's very similar to like buyers on Warrior Plus. They're looking to, you know, they're looking for success, right? These are the same thing, people looking for success, but it's more targeted towards them. And then that way you don't need to spend any money. You don't need to get kicked off of, you know, it's not.
Right. So people like me would be your customer, like me back in the 90s, you know?
Yeah.
I was just wanting to monetize my music. And I got into digital marketing because I found that it was too expensive to market my music online.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly, man. And so as a musician, you need this too. And so that's the funny thing is like the products that, you know, our customers who are using this system, they're able to make money. And then the people who pay our customers, they're getting a huge value as well, you know, with the way that we've set everything up. basically this is the software part of it. And once people opt in, then there's of course like a funnel afterwards. But this is what I wanted to show you really quick is in the members area. Watch this video. It's 17 minutes long and it's a welcome video where I go over some really important things. And then there's a overview video. In the front end of members, there's also, so for instance, this video,
Hey guys,
is really, really good, where I go over all of the different methods, what works, what doesn't work, etc. And then the hard part is always, and I tell people this, that the hard part is pretty much traffic, right? So when it comes to traffic, there's all of these links down here are all traffic methods and resources. So definitely go through all of this as well, where I go through actual case studies of all my fan pages. Some of them are ultra successful. And then I go through uncommon traffic tips where I go over all sorts of really cool different ways to get traffic from top comments, expired domains, and other methods where you can do it for free, right? And then I go over the entire Craigslist strategy, which you can see there in this video, which is the method of doing agency work, either shopping people's demos, doing their demo videos, or anything that else you can create. But those are mainly the different agencies that we've done, aside from like advertising agency, website building agency, etc. But the best thing that works with that is for $100 on up to $300, depending on if you have testimonials and awesome website. Once you build it up, but in the beginning at $97, you can get conversions very easily with basically one-liners or hiring a virtual assistant to handle everything. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff in here. It's like basically going to college. All in this niche, so you can get away from all the competitive headaches, when you're promoting and getting commissions in the major niches. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I would definitely recommend to jump in and try it and see how much more easier it is to work in this niche and get commissions, finally get some really good success, and success that's evergreen. It's not, just a fly by night type of, happens for 3 days and then you don't have any more success. It's something that you can keep going and building on, pretty much.
Cool. So they get all of these funnels, they get all of these lead magnets, everything done for you.
Yeah.
In this offer.
Yeah.
And this is a bundle deal, so it's not just including the front end, it's including all of the upgrades and upsells. So what are these upgrades and upsells that people will get for this bundle deal?
The first one is where you'll get your own virtual assistant that'll help you put all
a human being?
Yeah. So you'll get an actual human being. That's right. So, we have technical customer service, then we have regular customer service over here. And so the technical customer service will be allocated to your case and to your project, and it's on unlimited basis. There's no time limit or anything. We get you up and running. That's right.
Wow.
The second upsell is pretty cool. It's where we send traffic at you. We send traffic, a combination traffic that we purchased, and we've also posted our links on YouTube channels and fan pages and stuff like that. And you'll get actual traffic sent at you. And then the third, this is pretty fun because you might not believe this, but I do webinars every week, and I do 3 of them. The first one I do is a paid one, and that is this OTO, this one-time offer, the upsell in the Star Commissions. This is the third one, and it's called Partner with Jamie. That's right. So what is so cool about this is that on this Wednesday webinar, it starts at 8 o'clock, right? So if you get that third OTO, it's called Partner with Jamie. you get to come to every Wednesday get together. And we've been doing it since 2011. And it is a good old time. I go on there with my wife. Her name's Crypto Girl. And we go on.
That's great.
Yeah, we go on there, and I tell her, I'm like, don't do it yet. But, you know, I'm unmuting everyone. And she unmutes 50 people at the same time. And she says, hey, so who's there? Reach out and talk to me, because we're in the pandemic, you know, we're in the house, you know, we're not really like, you know, mingling about or whatever. And so she's hungry to talk to people. So we have a blast on there. We're up until 4 a.m. We're helping everybody. So that's another way to kind of do done for you. But sometimes it'll kind of go off the rails. It'll, you know, we'll go into other subjects and stuff. But, you know, since we do a lot of this and a lot of our clients are there, yes, you ask us, you know, you're there, you're talking. So you could say, you know, Jamie, hey, man, you know, your tutorial, it didn't do it for me. It didn't show me anything, man. Like, show me right now how to do stuff. And then I'm coaching you. And sometimes we share your screen, you know, so it's a really great example. It's a really great opportunity. And I also, if you do have already products or affiliate links, we promote you too in front of other people. So the one thing with that, though, is that the replays, when we upload them to YouTube, it's not guaranteed, because sometimes there's really sensitive information in those webinars, really sensitive information. We're sharing other people's screens, stuff like that. So we're really careful about that. And, you know, we do let you know, like, if we're sharing your screen and walking you through something and giving you that, you know, it's worth $20,000 straight up. Have marketers that do serious stuff like this showing you how to do it for an affordable price. That's right. You know, but it's like that. It's
That's like a no-brainer price.
Underground. Very,
yeah,
it's a serious thing. But that's the cool thing, is that, yeah, everybody is unmuted. You'll see it's a lot of fun, and we're all, you know, and there's alumni on there too. I mean, heck, there's even 10-year, you know, guys who were in my class like 10 years ago that come on. We have some really cool replays. That's what I was saying. It's not guaranteed, but sometimes I do edit them. Like, if we have a webinar, like we had this smash hit webinar a month ago, totally unplanned, but we had 3 alumni students end up on there. And it was insane, the things that they're doing nowadays. They're millionaires, and they just stopped in and they were talking about how they signed up to my program, you know, around the time I was launching with Cindy, right? You know,
yeah.
I had this one program, Income Times 10, right? Sounds like a totally hypey, you know, what is that? You know, hypey thing. And I have a millionaire student, Matthew Sabia, and Matthew Neer. So there's 2 millionaires that bought it as like, Matthew Neer was a skateboarder when he bought that. And then Matthew Sabia, I think, took his mom's credit card or something. He was like 17 years old and bought it or something like that, right? So it's like that. It's a really great time. That's the 3rd OTO. Sorry for going off on a tangent, but it's special to me. It's very special.
Yeah, well, with the 𝐸𝐸 bundle that everyone's getting, I'm going to switch the background here. Ta-da! When they go to 𝐸𝐸snap.com and they buy this bundle, they're going to get everything Jamie talked about, and they're going to get 𝐸𝐸snap lifetime. Now, you haven't even seen 𝐸𝐸snap yet, but I was going to show it to you. Would you like to see it? How I basically tore apart literally your swipes.
Nice. Okay.
You're going to be shocked. You know, there's a thing. There's something called, you don't know how to do something. And then there's also something when you don't know that you don't know. And see, it's that what you don't know that you don't know, that's what gets you in trouble. Because as soon as you know that you don't know something, you can actually use a search engine and get the answer. YouTube, right? Yeah, exactly. But if you don't even know that you don't know, then you're basically throwing money away, throwing your time away, because you're not aware that you don't even know that you don't know. So what I'm going to show you here is what you don't know that you don't even know, but I figured it out because of failing quickly.
Yeah.
And that's one of the secrets I'm going to be talking about tomorrow a colleague of mine, you may have heard of him, Matt Basak.
Yeah.
I was listening to of one of his trainings, and he said that a high-level Google executive at a conference was talking about Google X, and that Google X, their mission is to fail quickly, as faster than any other company out there. And I thought, wow, fail fast. What an idea. And then I thought about it. You know what? That's like a golden nugget right there. Because if you can run an ad campaign, you can run a Craigslist campaign, you can run a YouTube campaign, and let's say you run like 10 of them, which is what I recommend, in my trainings. 2 of them is really going to work. Now you have something to split test again. But those 8 that fail, you want them to fail quickly so you don't burn your budget. Makes sense, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can learn.
You can learn.
Yeah.
Right. So how do I keep winning launches? Because I try different things. I split test different headlines. I tried it with an emoji, without an emoji. And a buddy of mine, actually, Ain, he told me that, Google and other email providers are starting to phase out the use of emojis in subject lines because it's overused. Right. But let's face it, when you have an emoji in your subject line, it gets way more social engagement. And so I was telling a friend of mine the other day, and he thought he heard me wrong. I said, no, we're all fighting for the spam folder. And he says, no, you mean the inbox. I said, no. You don't get it right. We're not fighting for the inbox. We're fighting for the spam folder. We are, all of us marketers, we know we're ending up in spam in most people's mailboxes. If you can start to make money, even though you're in the spam folder, that's what makes you a rock star. Because as soon as they click on any link in that spam folder, guess what happens? You're now going to start inboxing with that person. You're going to start inboxing with that person. And there's a limit. You can only inbox with at most 2,000 or 3,000 people in a day. And then people came up with this idea called snowshoeing. We're going to go into that tomorrow. All of you who buy the launch price tonight, you go to 𝑠ociSnap.com, pick up the offer. It's going to be on the button below, and then you will get a lifetime license of 𝑠ociSnap. You're also going to get a lifetime license of Jamie, including, oh my God, every Wednesday. What time are your trainings?
It's going to be at 8 o'clock, and then it goes on forever. Goes on until the early hours. Yeah.
8 o'clock at night or in the morning?
8 o'clock at night, p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Time. So that's 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Every Wednesday, is that when you do them?
Yes, sir. Yeah. And we go on until the early hours, and it's like a workshop. It's like an event, in itself. It's like going to college. Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I do my events, which comes with it, on Tuesdays at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern.
All right, good. That fits in very well.
And on Thursdays. So it's like a sandwich. You're going to get me, and then you're going to get Jamie, and then you're going to get me again. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Right?
That is good.
All right.
Very
All right,
good.
so let me show you 𝑠ociSnap.
All right.
Isn't that nice? There you go.
I like it.
Now, we built the tool, we built the back office, we built the affiliate program, we built everything.
Nice.
𝑠ociSnap has a YouTube channel, has a Facebook group, and a Discord group. This right here is a playlist, and there are 20 advanced trainings that come with it. I'm really small in here, but you can see all these videos are right in here when you first log into the dashboard. Okay, this right here is the tool. Okay, and it looks like a normal looking editor. I'm going to widen this a little bit. Let's see. How's that look? Can you see it okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me make it a little bit smaller. All right, there you can see it. I'm going to make this a little bit wider. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to go grab your swipes.
Gotcha.
And this is what you don't know that you don't know.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab your email, which this is actually my homework assignment. Okay. I'm grabbing your email and I'm pasting it in here.
Right.
Let me bring back up StreamYard so I can see what I'm doing. Oops. Are you seeing my screen here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So it shows you there's a character count of 1,700 characters. These are the subject lines. Easy, 2,400. New, don't even try to make cash online without this. Blah, 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 blah. Great marketing copy. But here's the problem. I'm going to click the magic button and it's going to go into the spam word database. I compiled a list of spam words from huge email companies like Jimmy Kim's SendLane, iContact, and a bunch of others. All these big email companies, they give me all the words that they found statistically cause you to end up more in spam than any place else. Look
Nice.
how much spam you have in your copy.
Cash, get, buy, click here. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So we also have a thesaurus. So all you do is hover your mouse on the word click, and the most popular replacement is tap. Right?
Nice.
Now, at this moment.
Oh
And
my
you can just go through for you, especially for people like you.
Yeah, it's genius.
And we update this every single week. So that's
cool.
why we can't have any competition, because the thesaurus, it's my brain. It's copywriting. I've been copywriting for more than 30 years. So when I go in there and I update the copywriters database, you're getting me working on sales letters, coming up with other ways of saying things that don't cause the spam bots to give you problems. Is that cool or what?
It's awesome. Looks good.
So you guys will get a lifetime access to 𝐸𝗍𝒄. You get the basic training right here, which is my playlist on YouTube. 16 videos that teach you everything you need to know from digital marketing, what is 𝐸𝗍𝒄, how to double your views on YouTube. Okay, you're going to get all that. You're also going to get the pro training. And if you guys come tomorrow to my pro webinar, I'm going to give you guys a free pro license for 30 days just to give it a kickstart tomorrow. Any of you who show up live during the webinar, you're going to get that. Now, let me show you one more thing that happens in here. Like, let's say, how many times have you wished you could get in on the ground floor? Okay, so what I can do right here, I can click right here, my voice recognition tool. Watch this. I'm just going to write some copy right now. Have you ever wanted to get in on the ground floor in a product that's launching, that's hot?
Nice.
Is that cool or what?
Yeah.
And you want to start using this microphone all the time for your email, for your copyright. So now I click in here and the word get is the problem.
Right.
So let's make it, maybe let's try to
make it.
Okay. Then we run the test again. Boom, there it is. Have you ever wanted to make it on the ground floor in a product that's launchy, that's hot? And see that whenever you see something like swipes, okay,
yeah, just as long as you can inbox, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the yellow in 𝐸𝗍𝒄 to steer your copywriting. Every time there's something that a marketer gives you, like the word get, go in here and put it in your own words. And guess what? Google will be happy. AOL will be happy. Yahoo will be happy. Outlook will be happy. And all your business folks will be happy too, right?
Love it. Yeah.
And then what you can also do is add these emojis. These are my favorites. Like every 𝙀𝐶𝑆NAP license, we have an emoji editor and an emoji tool, and it stores on an individual basis all of your emojis you use the most, and it sorts them by the ones you use the most. I use this emoji more than any other emoji. The little finger pointing to the left, and then I use the hot button and I use the look button. Our users, almost like 5,000 users now, the hot is the #1 most popular, and then the finger, and then and that is the next one.
Interesting.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they receive the editor. Now, the other thing that happens is if you go and you grab like this stuff right here, like the word sales, cash, new, and online.
Conversions.
If I go, now what happens is I just copied all that to my clipboard. And let's say I want to go post this, and I'm going to go over to LinkedIn, or I could go to Facebook, but let's just go to Facebook for now.
Right.
Okay.
Like that voice recognition.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Unlimited voice recognition.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And then the pro version, this right here allows you to upload a WAV file up to 10 minutes. So let's say you have a YouTube video and you want perfect transcriptions. All my pro training is really about ranking in YouTube based upon, and this is like, I don't know if you knew this, and you probably didn't even know that you don't know this. When you speak spam words into YouTube, it causes them to rank lower.
Really?
So what I've done is split testing, rewriting my videos, recording a little bit of like an intro, and then I use 𝙀𝐶𝑆NAP to rewrite the script, and then I re-record that script, and I stick that at the beginning of the video. That first minute is really, really critical in determining whether that video is going to be successful or not.
Wow. Look at that. So what are the results? You get
it's crazy. You can go from like 10, 20 times more views on your YouTube because you're speaking to the keyword, and you're also not using those hype spam words.
Wow.
Because remember, YouTube is all about content, great content.
Yeah.
Right? Let's face it, the artificial intelligence is so smart that the fewer marketing salesy kind of words, it appears like content. That's like common sense now, right?
Yeah, I like it nowadays, though. I like it that, you know, the artist wins rather than right brain wins, not the left brain. You know, like back in the day, to get ahead with ranking models, you'd have to be pretty sneaky, crafty, mathematical type.
Exactly.
Nowadays it's like you got to be human. You know, they made it so
you have to be human. You have to be real, right?
Exactly. So I like that. I'm down with that.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go to YouTube Studio. I have Facebook as well, but let me show you a couple things because YouTube's like the real key here. So right now we're live on this video, right? This is our live stream performance.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to go into content, and I'm going to actually edit the description of the video that we're on right now. Okay. You see we're live right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I'm going to go back here. Now look, this is really key. This is all of your copy. And the word get, now you can, all these emphasis words, they're bolded. Okay. I'm going to also emphasize foot in the door. I'm going to do bold and italic on that. And I'm going to go in here and because, you know, YouTube does not allow arrows like that. Right. So I'm now going to go in here, and I'm going to go in here and add that. And then this is our statement that we had before. Okay. So now watch this. Without 𝙀𝗎𝗎, this is just a regular text editor. Okay. So now I'm going to copy this. I'm copying it from the first screen. I'm going to go into video details and I'm going to add the description. And you see, basically, it's stripped away all of my bolds, all my formatting, everything's gone. The emojis do still come across. You see that? Okay. That's just plain text. Are you with me still?
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. Now watch what happens when I snap it. I'm now going to snap it. Okay. And now when I go back over to my YouTube, I'm just going to go here and grab the description. Because remember, you have 5,000 characters in your description. Okay.
Right.
When I paste this in, look at that. Angle brackets aren't allowed, but take a look. All the bolds, all the italics, everything held.
Nice.
Is that nice or what?
Yeah, weird.
So what I'm now doing, I'm doing this live.
Yeah, good stuff.
I'm going to go add a checkbox.
Right, right.
And see, everything that's bolded stayed bolded. Everything, let me zoom in here a little bit so you can see it. Right? It's stuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now that should actually work now, 1,800 words. Yeah. And they say angle brackets don't work, so I'm just going to copy that out. Okay, paste it back in. Okay, there's still an angled bracket somewhere. Ah, there it is. That was it right there. You see that?
Yeah.
How to be a star. And then I'm going to add get your foot in the door to the title. To the title of a video.
Get your foot in the door.
And have you ever seen an italic and a title on a YouTube video?
No.
You didn't even know that you could do that, right?
I don't think I've ever seen that. Maybe I have. I can't.
Now watch. I just saved this, and now I'm going to bring up the YouTube video, and boom, there it is.
Oh, get out of town. How is that even possible, bro? I've never seen what the.
No, do you want a copy of 𝙀𝗎𝗎𝙀?
Yeah, I think I need this, man. Changed my entire life, I think.
Did I just change your entire life?
Yeah, that's a total change. It's a life hack, a true life hack.
What do you say we do a 5K training together? You up for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Because
good, man.
I'm telling you, I'm down. I'm down. If you guys are down, I'm down.
I'm down. Yeah. I go long.
I go long.
Yeah.
Did I blow your mind a little bit here?
I love it. I think it's a pure solution to all of my problems. I think it will fix everything that has been giving me hurdles and landmines and boundaries and blocks and brick walls, and they will all smash out of my way immediately. Start to use this, so I thank you very much for your service, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so grateful to be able to partner up with you and Cindy and launch this thing, because most of our users, we created a movement, right? It's all over on Facebook, but it hasn't even touched the little tiny surface yet on YouTube, man.
Right. I know how it is.
Imagine
universe. It's like the
universe. I mean, imagine Lady Gaga all of a sudden makes one little italic word in her freaking YouTube title and doubles, triples. I mean, oh my God.
That was magical. Yeah, I need that for my. I need to blow up, bro. I have probably over 100 million views on YouTube, and I just started this YouTube channel that I care so deeply about.
Awesome.
And I would love to use 𝙀𝙤𝙤𝙀 exclusively on that channel and map the results, so to speak, if you'd allow me to.
I would love to work on that with you.
That would be
Let's
amazing.
do it.
That'd be amazing. Let's do it. Case study.
Case study. Case study.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys want to be in and watch the two of us kind of like workshop this style, we're going to do that on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. Yeah. Also Sunday nights, we throw that in. That's like a little surprise. You know what I mean? The Thursday one we do is free. That's all crypto. That's just a mess. But the one that is really serious is Wednesday, and then Sunday, and then you and me, you know, we could turn one of those into our thing. You know, we could do next Wednesday if you want, or next Sunday. Both of them are like 8 hours long now. So it's everything.
Wow, that's a lot of time, man.
Yeah, so you can come, you can leave. I sometimes I'm on there and I'm like, oh, my Uber Eats came, guys. I'll be right back. You know, it's very, very lax, very casual. Everybody's unmuted, you know, and we all give each other a lot of value. Students help each other, you know. But yeah, that would be great to do that with you, man. Like,
yeah, let's do it.
I would love to do the challenges again. I used to do those street challenges. I used to walk up to people in the street in New York City and say, hey, let's make $100 together right now. How much you want to bet we can make $100 in 10 minutes with a phone? And I'd pull out the phone, and then I'd teach how to make money online right there on the, you know, on camera, live in the street. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do that again.
I want to do that again too. I mean, I learned my first mentor. Let me show you this. Can you see this right here?
Yeah.
Robert Allen's personal inner circle wealth retreat.
Inner circle wealth retreat.
That was my first $2,000 retreat.
Wow.
Look at the date. February 3rd through 5th, 1994.
What on earth? I remember when 1994. Oh my gosh. I was,
yeah, that's when I met Bob, and Bob was just doing, you know, nothing down, and drop me in any city in the, you know, give me $100 and I'll flip a piece of real estate and make 100,000.
Oh, so that was Bob.
That was Bob Allen.
Mr. Bob. Yeah.
Yeah. And let me see, what year did Chicken Soup come out?
I think I heard of that.
For Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Of course, man. Yeah.
Yeah. That was my workout partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first book came out in 93. Mark Victor Hansen. I didn't know who he was, but he sat literally to my left side. We were all sitting around this table. And Mark Victor Hansen was like my workout partner. And we would basically do copywriting back and forth. You know those exercises in a mastermind, you know, you pair up with someone?
Mm-hmm.
I paired up with the Mark Victor Hansen in that retreat, learning copywriting.
Nice.
And that was like right before Chicken Soup became a sensation. It's crazy.
Cool, man. Old school.
Old school, man. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I have another bonus for fast action takers. If you guys jump on this launch, I'm going to throw in my tube relevance training, how I generated my first 1 million views without a lot of effort, absolutely free. That's an extra $100 training. I'm going to show you that in a moment here, but I want to throw that in as an extra bonus to sweeten the pot. So you get all of my stuff. You get all of Jamie's stuff, and you get the tube relevance, and you get the lifetime 𝙀𝙤𝙤𝙀, but you must purchase this bundle by midnight Eastern, Tuesday, the 19th. And if you miss it, then you've got to buy Soci Snap retail, and then we will email you details on how you can get into the mastermind with me and Jamie here. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'd say everybody get in before midnight tomorrow.
It's largely dependent upon my ability to email people. I have over 200,000 emails, but I can't mail all of them at once. It would take me like a month to hit every single person.
Right.
So, accurately, I mean, sure, I could blast out 200,000, but what would happen is I would probably get in all kinds of problems. So I'd rather take it slow, take it slow, take it steady, just email my VIPs, have my Facebook and YouTube subscribers jump on this offer. And if you miss it, you miss it, right? That's all I can say. Yeah. Have you had a problem with email? Have you noticed that it's gotten harder and harder and harder to mail bulk?
Yeah, it has. And you gotta be, you gotta take out your unopened, the non-opens. And
Yeah, exactly.
try to clean it up and everything. And the main thing is to just be real, like spend a little time with it, make sure that you're, so your subscribers like you and you're not a nuisance.
Yeah.
And they will follow you and they will buy from you and they will be your fans, your loyal
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah. And it's a constant cycling, right? Some people become your fans for a while, then they stop being your fans. It's like, it's like the music business in a way. I think digital marketing and music are really, really similar.
They are. That's what I was saying, right? I mean, yeah, it's like the same type of cycles, people exert a lot of energy, and then something will come up, but then you don't know what you got until it's gone, and then they come back. It can be sometimes like that. I know I was the same way. I'd write music in cycles, or create videos in cycles, project orientated people.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So the wrap up, Jamie, what's your biggest takeaway from tonight's training, and why would someone want to jump in on this deal?
I think the way that you and me presented this was quite colorful.
Yeah.
I think we both demonstrated our products, very fluently and accurately. And there was great conversation. We both have philosophies and, mentalities that I think people could get a lot of insight from, or, we both have that in common. We're being very transparent and just relaying our experience to folks and passing down the torch, to our proteges. And they're learning how to do it. And I think I look at it like, let me give my fans what I wish I got, which I didn't get. I didn't have any mentors. There wasn't really any YouTube back then, so it was all ebooks or articles or something like that. And, it's like all this work, all that guinea pig work. I'm just, poof, there it is. Poof. In an hour and a half, you learned what took me 10 years to learn. So every time I open, my mouth and on one of these lives, a lot of people usually get rich,
Yeah. Well, also, I think they also develop a skill. I mean, the thing is, once you get it, how this stuff works, you can go anywhere in the world. You can work from a laptop. You can work from a mobile phone. You can do any of this anytime you want, anywhere.
Yeah.
And the best way to do it is by teaching, right? The more you teach and seeing the joy in the hearts of your students, that's what drives me. Is I love teaching. I love sharing. I love giving back to the community, because I didn't have that when I first got started, right? I had to play for tips with a piano and I had to learn, right? I was a tech guy. So if you're sitting there at home, we just had someone else just jump on randomly. You know, we've had people jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out. That's just the nature of the world now. There are a million other places you could be right now, but you're here right now. So make the decision, jump in on this super special deal. And we look forward to serving you in the best way possible. And I will be here live 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Tuesday. I know, Jamie, can you be, you're probably busy, but it's going to be everything I've learned about digital marketing from 7 courses that I've created, all summarized in like 90 minutes.
Nice.
You're welcome to be a fly on the wall if you like, but that.
Yeah, I got to tell my wife, Crypto Girl, too. Maybe she could stop in too. You know what I mean? She got to check. I got to tell her about this 𝙪 Snap, man.
Yes. And you know what? Oh, let me show you the best part.
All right. Yeah, I got to tell her about that, man. It's like, it's perfect.
All right, see this?
Yeah.
All right. Once you log in and you buy your 𝙪𝙤𝙤𝙀 license, you're going to get all that. Log in with your username, password, and then you want to collect with Google and connect with your Apple ID because those are your phones. Okay?
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to sign out of my 𝙪𝙤𝙀. So the first time you buy, it's username and password. Okay? But then once you're actually in, you can log in with your Google account. You can log in with your Facebook account. You can log in with your iPhone or your Mac. And you can actually use the tool and your account. And all of your stuff is also being stored in the cloud. So the copy I just wrote, Jamie, with you, that's stored in the cloud. So let's say I write my copy and oh my God, I don't have my copy with me. I go to my phone, there's my copy. It's like having Google Drive. I wanted to basically create my own Google Drive for copywriters. Let's suppose, like I'm going to go back and log back in. Okay. Let's say I work on a swipe file. Give me a second here. Let me get. Oh, it's still logging in. Here we go. But let me just picture this. Okay. We have a swipe file. I give you a sharing code. You click that link. It now shows up in your 𝙪𝙬𝙀 account, and then you can edit it. So supposing you're doing a launch and you sent out all the swipes for everybody. Let's suppose you got all of a sudden a better way of saying it. Guess what? The same link, when people click it in their 𝙪𝙬𝙀 accounts, it updates dynamically your changes. So all you do is write your copy once and it saves it for everyone. It already has the formatting. And so what we're doing right now in our pro training, which is what I'm doing tomorrow, is how do you write copy simultaneously for email, for Twitter, for YouTube, for Facebook, put it all in one document, and then share that for affiliate promos and launches. That's what we're going to be covering tomorrow. Cool?
Yeah, man. Sounds
the best ads, how they converted. We have numbers here. People have run split tests with YouTube ads and Facebook ads, and they're saving 20, 30, 40, 50% on their ad spend with the exact same copy, just using 𝙪𝙬𝙀𝙀. It's crazy.
Mackerel.
Saving money, a penny saved is a penny earned. I guess that's what they call it, right?
Yeah, and also saving time, huh?
All right. Okay, so that's our show for tonight. Thank you all for coming out, and we will see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. This is going to be a long one. I have 180 slides to deliver.
Wow.
And I hope to do it in an hour and a half.
Amazing. That's amazing. I got to come and see this.
Jamie, thanks for coming, man.
You're welcome, sir. And see everybody later. It's great being here.
Okay. Click the button below. We have taken down all of our pages at 𝐶𝑠nap. The homepage of 𝐶𝑠nap is this offer. It's exclusive. Once it's over, it's over. Pick up the bundle. Pick up the bundle. Bye, everybody.
All right. Later, everyone.